The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. Olsen. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead.
It is good.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Bears nothing. Matt Prater.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
29.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Brought down right now.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he's got Bennett. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now it's Trubisky. He has Brett over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. The first down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Trubisky going to try and run. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But you've got to do it in your own back.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Hockenson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on first down. Olsen. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Detroit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Olsen. That escapes the sack. That is incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Olsen. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the gun, Olsen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Olsen. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Well, that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Olsen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Trubisky to throw. Screen play, Anderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to...
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On 2nd down, Swift. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Off the play fake. Olsen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Caught here left side by Brent. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To throw on 2nd down, Olsen. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football. When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a carry for Swift. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Again, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Now it's Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards that time for number 19.
At the 7-yard line.
Looking to throw. Olsen. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Marvin Jones. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Lions 21, Bears 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, here's Agnew. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On 1st down, Olsen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a short gain down to about the 33. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
The ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on third down, Olsen. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 22. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over.
30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Agnew now to return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 30-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Off the bootleg, Olsen. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
First down.
To throw, Olsen. He'll get that complete to Hunter Bryant, the tight end. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Hunter Bryant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, They count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack, Trubisky. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Squish, double. Mike 5'9",
Throwing here, Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Mike, check.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
The tackle made.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and 2, Trubisky. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 5-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Swift. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And taken at the 46. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. There's Robinson showing the flash. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now 1st and 10 at the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Looking to throw. Olsen. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
At the Lions' 20-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
28. Bears 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Olsen. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Taken right around the 44. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning.
48-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky will throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
At the 17-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. On the option, Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch. Tomorrow.
Jamal Agnew on the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 78 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Matt Prater.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's
Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That is caught by Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Caught left side, Bennett. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Trubisky to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. Past the 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 4-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Swift. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.